Hey everyone, back again. So here's what's going on. I went ahead and I went to Kindred Spirits, which is about maybe an hour away. My friend, the one who told me about it, she had the same day off that I did. And I wasn't planning on going this week, but um, she said that we could just meet and go. I'll meet her halfway and she would just take me there. So why not, you know? So I got there and the place looks like a normal shop. Absolutely normal. And I should have taken a picture of it, but no, I didn't. In fact, we went to this yogurt frozen ice cream that had like 31 flavors, 32 flavors. I know we're thinking Baskin Robbins, but it's not that at all. And yeah, I had a little bit of ice cream. I know I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And of course, I took a picture of it because I had mixed in with a couple of other things, but not bad. Anyway, I had ice cream with my friend because we were just killing time. It turns out that they had a reader there, but there was already an appointment set, so we got there around 12:40, 12:45, and the next opening or available time was at 2 o'clock, so I had some time to really kill. And so it's right next door. And so we were just talking, killing time, and just in case you're wondering, inside the store, they have a lot of scented candles. It really reminds me of a Walden Books for some reason, because of the way the way it presents itself. There's nothing about it that's spooky, freaky, or anything like that. It's really carefree. There's books, there's cards even, like birthday cards, stuff like that. And they even have crystals and statues. And yeah, if I do go back, I'll take a picture. I still don't know why I didn't take a picture. I guess it never popped into my mind to, yeah, take a picture of this place to show you guys. So anyway, it turns 2 o'clock. We walk back in. And the person who I'm having this reading from, his name is Rick, which is coincidence because before I went by Richard, I went by Ricky. And so Ricky and Rick, wow, that's pretty close. So I went ahead, met him. He said I could bring my friend if I wanted to, which I did because I wasn't exactly sure how everything was going to take place, what was really going to go on. So she went ahead and went inside with me. And there's a table. There's a stack of tarot cards. I think it's like 30 maybe. I'm not sure how many really create a complete deck, but that's what was there. So he sits on one side, I sit on the other, and my friend is right next to me in another chair. And he goes ahead and puts them right there in the big stack, and he says, okay, well, either you can shuffle them, he says, or you can just cut the deck and just give it back to me. So I didn't really want to shuffle, so I just cut the deck and give it back to him. And he puts 15 cards down, and I think one more on the side. And he says, well, these 15, because first he wanted to ask what I wanted to know, I guess on certain aspects of life, like rich, death, future, I don't know what else I could probably think of, but I wasn't sure what to really say, so I said, well, let's try everything. So we're doing life in general. So he has those 15 cards, one on the side, and he goes ahead and flips one over. And the first thing that he flips over is the love card. Now, that's a coincidence, I think. Or if you don't believe in coincidence, well, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, that's something. Because if you've been watching my videos ever since the beginning, love has been something that I've been longing for. And yet I've been unable to obtain bad relationships, if they've never gone that far, but basically love is very, very, very important to me, and that's the one thing, that's the first card he flipped over, it's right there in front of me, and he describes that this is actually a positive thing, where love is actually going to start to change, and it'll be something good, and it'll be coming soon, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that, or maybe I shouldn't. And the next card he flipped over was something had to do with connectivity. And it has to do more with the love card. Anyway, as he progresses through these cards, because I can't remember them all or what he exactly said, He says that all these cards and the one on the side, which he hasn't flipped over yet, the one on the side is going to sum up and connect everything of all these cards here. So he continues to flip over a couple more things like talented and like abilities, things that I've been holding back on, and I have because more or less I'm actually scared. Some people are really aggressive. They don't really. They like to show off their talents. They like to really use their talents, and they're not afraid of it backfiring on them. They're not afraid of what other people will think about their talents. Well, I am one person who is actually afraid of that, so I hold back on what I can do. Let's say someone's having an audio problem with a mixer. I won't do anything. I'll watch and I'll look, but I won't try to help because I'm afraid that I won't be good enough. Even though I probably am and I know how to fix a thing like that, I won't because I'm scared. Same thing probably with going full on into voice acting. The possibility of getting rejected, not being good enough, hear my own voice and not really liking it, or the imitations that I'm doing. Things like that. Music mixing, all of these things that I can do, and yet I hold back. Yeah. Anyway, that was one of the cards they flipped over. And that's what he was getting off of me, that I was holding back on it. I didn't even mention anything. Other cards about being connected, like one of the last cards was a spirit card, which has nothing to do with religion. I know you think it, but it has nothing to do with religion. And he says that in this time that I'll feel more attached to the universe, more at one. And the funny thing is that I seem to feel lost or out of place with the universe. So, yeah, again, another one that kind of made sense. Anyway, there's so many other ones. There's one that he flipped over called forgiveness. And that is a little difficult for me because this card, forgiveness, means that there's one person that you have trouble with. And that's true. Anyway, who I live with. Yes, you can hear coughing in the background. Anyway, I have to move on from whatever it is that is causing this problem between me and her. I have to. It doesn't mean I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to resolve it, but he says in a way that this is part of the process I'm going through. I have to move on from it. He says, let them deal with their own problem, but I have to deal with mine. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. So we'll see. And, whether I believe in all these cards, all this stuff that he's telling me, it seems legit, even though you are thinking about the card counting and the random possibilities of what the cards come up and that he's making the stuff up as he's telling me. I don't know. I mean, you're talking to someone who, isn't too sure about religion either. I think of religion like maybe a little step higher than mythology, in a way of saying. I mean, religion's there and I see it as important, but it's not to the greatness of importance to me. I see it, it's there. You believe in it? Well, sometimes, but it's difficult because it doesn't fit with everything else. It's like, let's say it's a piece in a puzzle, and I can't seem to quite fit it in. Let's say this puzzle is almost complete, and I need the last puzzle piece has 3 sides to it, and religion has 4. Well, how can I fit that in? It doesn't work. Well, sure it does. No, it doesn't work. You have to believe it does. How can I believe that the 4 will fit into the 3 piece? That doesn't make sense. That's how I kind of see it. Anyway, not to offend anyone. I mean, this is just my point of view, and this is how I kind of see things. And the reason I use mythology is because you have Greek gods and you have all these other types of gods, which at one point were believed to be true, and now they're kind of false. And so I'm borderlining on that. I know religion is a lot more important than it is, than mythology, but this is where I kind of put it as, but in a little higher rank. Anyway, moving on. After I've gone through so many of these cards, he flipped over the final one. And what was the final one? Transformation, which sums up every single one of those cards. Every single thing, all those cards that he flipped over had to do with me changing. Everything. Certain things about me were changing. Certain parts of me were changing, opening up. Inner child, stuff like that. Higher self, all that was changing and coming into play. And all this was going to happen soon. And so the fact that that card had to do with all of them, well, you can't fake that, right? Another one that came, I flipped over. We called it the lightning strike. That's how he described it as, because it happens like that. And it's actually a bad thing. He says something's going to happen where it seems like you don't know how you're going to make it through. He says it's going to be very scary. It will be like a lightning strike. It happens, there's a thunder, you're scared, you're not sure what's going to happen. But as soon as that lightning strike happens, that's how fast it will go away as well. So after you went through all these cards and the 16th card, he went and shuffled them back up and he says, well, do you have any questions? So I asked him more about the spiritual one. He says, we'll pull out 3 cards, and this is from the rest of them. The ones that he already pulled out, those are set aside. But there are more cards. Remember how I said cut the deck? Well, this is the other half of the deck. So he spreads them out and says, pick 3 cards. So I just pick 3 cards, and of course, those, again, somehow are related to the spiritual card. And explains that more to me. And then I asked again about the lightning strike, because I still can't remember what that card was called. And I guess whatever this thing is, it's going to have to do with money, financial. Which to me, money isn't really a big thing. You know, the only possible things I can think of where money would be troublesome is if, I don't know, like parents pass away, knock on wood, this wooden table right here, like parents pass away, you know, and then somehow I have to support myself and my brother and my sister, or I lose my job at Fry's, no income. That would be like the only way where it could kind of get a little scary for me. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Money's not the huge thing. I was thinking something else, which I won't say, but yeah. And I guess he asked if there's anything else I wanted to know. And of course, at this time, he shuffled them all back together because he was running out of cards. So I asked him about death. Not my death, but about death in general. Because I've had a couple of people who have passed away. Friends, basically. I mean, some people from family, but for some reason, friends tends to stick more and it hurts more. And I have more trouble talking about it, even though it's happened a while back. So he goes ahead, shuffles them, pulls them out, and says, we'll pick out 3 cards. Picked out 3 cards, and as he was talking about it, he was asking me certain soft questions, I was still getting choked up. And he could just see it on my face. And so, you know, as he's going through the cards, he says that there was something there that I'm not moving past, I can't move past. Whether it's anger, more grief, something is holding me there. And he says that's something I need to take care of. So, I don't know, I think maybe it's more grief. I don't think anger would be it. You know? If any anger, maybe anger at myself for not like hanging out with them or really getting to know them and bonding with them. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I paid for a half an hour, and we actually went up to an hour. But when we passed the half an hour point, he was like, well, this is all free, don't worry about it. And so that's when we started talking about other things, and then death was the final one that I just thought I'd talk about. You know? And, well, that was it, you know? He said, well, you know, he gave me because they have a business card, so I went and got that. But some people were handshakers. He was a hugger, so he's like, "It's okay if I hug you." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then he hugged my friend too, and she's the one who's been there before to get like readings from the tarot cards, but with a different person, not him. Anyway, overall, it was a pretty good experience. I felt alright. I didn't feel like I was being cheated out or anything like that. No palm reading. No palm reading. But with this, I felt a lot better. I did. So I guess we're going to see what happens in these next couple months because everything's supposed to happen soon, right? So we'll see. Yeah, love. Gonna happen soon. And he says that this is something that's gonna happen whether you like it or not. And according to him, yes, I'll actually be very happy. And he says, have you ever been in love before? Or do you know what it felt like? He says, well, that's what you should be feeling with this person. And you should connect on a higher level. So, I don't know. He says, you know, I might know who this person is, I might not. Maybe I haven't met them yet. Which I know, yeah, that seems like an either way thing that anyone could probably say, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for now. But yeah, if you guys don't believe in tarot cards, and yeah, I'm not sure either. It just left a positive imprint on me. But if you guys have had readings with tarot cards, share your experiences. Has anything actually happened? Have you got a reading and then like maybe a month later, wow, something actually happened that was related to one of those cards? Let me know. That would be pretty interesting. Something for me to maybe look forward to in a way. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for now. If you guys do have questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, so I'll talk to you later. Take care.